Moments after the Trumps booted Michelle Obama from the White House, she uttered these two sickening words. Never in American history has there ever been a more low-class First Lady than Michelle. Never proud of my country, Obama. In Richard Branson's new book, Finding My Virginity, he reveals that the former First Lady said that she felt liberated after the couple left the White House in January. She actually yelled out the words, "We're free," right before the Obamas took off to spend a lavish 10-day vacation with Branson in the British Virgin Islands, in January. He continued by stating that she actually went on to tell Branson, "It's so nice to have my name back after 8 years." You know, it is disturbing. It is disturbing to say the least with that woman, given all these opportunities. There are no words. Michelle, it's okay. We, the American people who don't suffer from acute white guilt like our liberal counterparts, also felt the exact same way when we saw you and Barry finally boarding that helicopter to leave the White House forever. Boy, was I happy. That is so true. That is so true. Look at the difference in Melania and Trump, man. I mean, it's words can't describe the sense of pride I have with these people. The Daily Caller reports the Obamas have spent over $44 million plus in taxpayer cash on travel. Is that all right? The Obamas have spent over $44 million in taxpayer money on travel and vacations. Some are even calling him the most well-traveled, expensive president in our nation's history. Yes, because he had no regard for our nation. He wanted it to go down to the ground and take it down. As Americans head off for the long holiday weekend, let's take a look back at some of the president's holiday spending. Our president vacations a lot. We're talking $44 million worth of a lot, with most expenses charged to the American taxpayer. Why not, right? As of March 2014, Obama has spent more time traveling internationally than any other president, taking 31 trips since assuming office in 2009. The 119 days spent overseas have cost taxpayers millions of dollars at the same point in their respective presidencies. George W. Bush spent 116 days on 28 trips. Bill Clinton spent 113 days on 27 trips, and Ronald Reagan had spent 73 days on just 14 trips. In 2010, Obama flew abroad, Air Force One, 172 times, nearly every other day. Just the cost of flying abroad Air Force One to Obama's hometown of Chicago reportedly hovers around $180,000 per hour. And he's talking about global warming. Do you see? Global warming is for us peasants to pay for, and he can go and travel every other day to and fro to Chicago or wherever else he wants to travel. In addition to all his international travel, the president spends a significant amount of time traveling with his family. The Obama family has taken vacations to exclusive beaches in New England, private clubs in Key Largo, and of course, luxurious beaches in Hawaii. According to the government watchdog group Judicial Watch, beginning with the infamous New York date night, the Obamas have spent $44 million in taxpayer cash on travel expenses. The actual total cost may be higher, as the White House is not subject to the Freedom of Information Act. Here we have a president that gets on the budget line by line, but this apparently doesn't apply to his travels. President of Judicial Watch Tom Fitton said in an interview with the Daily Caller, frequently missing from the data are costs of housing, the first family and staff costs of pre-positioning the Secret Service and their equipment, and other travel expenses such as meals and beverages. Got to pay for them too, right? God forbid something happened to Obama and Michelle there. We've got this financial crisis here in Washington, and the president and his family need to be more sensitive as the cost concerned with his travel, Fitton said. We are especially concerned about the excessive luxury travel, such as his trip to Hawaii. Yeah, like Obama cares what Tom Fitton has to say. In 2013 alone, President Obama incurred almost $7.5 million in flight expenses for his family vacations to Hawaii and Martha's Vineyard, as well as a trip to California to appear on the Jay Leno Show. Of course, where would we be without him on the Jay Leno Show? The Obamas are abusing the public trust, the taxpayers with unnecessary, luxurious vacations and travel, Fitton said in a press release. These staggering costs show why these documents are covered up, and we have to sue in federal court to get them. Another transparency fail for the Obama gang. No, actually, it's a transparency fail not for Obama. Obama made sure there was a transparency fail. He was very successful in having a transparency fail. It's for we, the little people. It seems like it was so bad being the First Lady that not even the total of $44 million spent on vacations was enough to take the sting out of it for Michelle Obama. Not even the trip Michelle Obama, along with her daughters Sasha and Malia, took to Africa to waste taxpayer money in order to promote the former First Lady's Let Girls Learn initiative was enough. Nothing was ever enough for these people. That's for sure. That is sure. We were all fairly used to and even expected Michelle Obama to taking lavish vacations, most which she would take even without the president. Yeah, why not? She don't, right? We were used to her pointless goodwill trips that cost us overburdened taxpayers hundreds of thousands of dollars, even millions. It's millions of dollars. All this while the American left remained completely silent. That's true. Yet today, those same biased hacks criticize President Trump for getting flown out of to his own golf course, the same way they used to whine about the fact that former President George W. Bush would get flown out to his ranch in Crawford, Texas, back during his presidency. The liberal double standard just never seems to end, and it never seems to show any shame. Please share this if you also felt we're free. Yeah, we're free, not them. After the Obamas left the White House forever, good riddance. Good riddance. Good riddance, please. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching. What an ungrateful woman. Look at her face, too.